I'm so excited about the Ignite the Dream and the whole concept that C's put together because you guys got to get it, man. Y'all got to understand, by having Inky on the stage and having Tobe on the stage, what you're actually getting is the Ignite the Dream. Like, you're literally getting the process. This is why I tell you, right? This is why this is so important. This is why a lot of you sit in the room, you got to get to the stage. Whatever your stage is, you got to get there. Why? Because there was a gap in professional development, right? There was a gap, right? And what was the gap? The gap is you were listening to people and they were telling you that you need to do X, Y, and Z, but when you looked at those people, not necessarily culture, but when you listened to what they told you, a lot of you couldn't relate. Why? Because they hadn't gone through your experience, right? So for some of you, your father or mother hadn't even been in your life. And so you're listening to an individual who came from a two-parent background tell you that you need to do X, Y, and Z. And what happened is because they have not lived your experience, they were missing some pieces, right? You got to hear what I'm telling you. So the reason why my grandma, I'm telling y'all, my grandma could cook so well that when she died, I was pissed because everybody that came to the funeral talked about her food. Right now, I was pissed. I was like, y'all ain't got nothing else to say about her? Like, everybody want to talk about her chicken? Like, for real, y'all, everybody want to talk about her pound cake? Like, what about her? And so when my grandmother passed, what was crazy was she took her recipes with her. And at first, I used to think she was selfish because I'm like, yo, I want some of that chicken. Right? But I realized my grandmother was smart, and she realized that if she gave her recipe to somebody, they may try to do what she did, but they wouldn't be able to do it the way she did it because they would be missing a component. Now, if I got any real cooks, thank you, in the building, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. My grandma would not only cook the food, but in the ingredient, and you couldn't write it in, was love. So if you didn't love the people you were cooking for, you could follow it to a T and not be able to produce it. So you had to be a person that was in love in order to take her recipe and do it. And so listen to me very closely. By looking at Tobe just get on the stage, he just gave you a sermon he just gave you a presentation. He just gave you the keys to success without you even knowing he gave you the keys to success. He just told you that he wasn't trying to be a rapper. But that's what he was called to do. Inky just told you that he wasn't trying to do this for a living. He was trying to play football. They stood on stage as examples of what you can do. So I need you to do me a huge favor. Like, I do not need you to come in this joint and be pumped up, motivated, and just inspired. When you leave, I need you to be transformed. And you are in this room because in some area of your life, you need to be transformed. Now, what has to happen is that all of you are going to get the information, but some of you aren't going to do anything with it. Somebody's sitting in this room, just like I sat in the room as a high school dropout. I got my GED. I went to Huntsville, Alabama. I went to Oakwood College. And that man got up and he spoke, and when he spoke, it changed my life, not because of his words, but because of his words and who I was at the time. I was ready. There were other people sitting in there. I'm telling you, listen to me, y'all. This is crazy. If you go back to my college in 1989, I was already a year behind. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, and I was definitely not the most likely to succeed. But when you put down the Hall of Famers of the people that went to the school, you got to include me. Listen to me very closely. You got to hear what I'm telling you. I had come from sleeping on the streets in abandoned buildings, eating out of trash cans. I had gone as a high school dropout who got his GED. So we were all in the same room. Some of us didn't want to be there. Some of us did. But the way I took the information, the way I processed the information took me from what, listen to me. I was getting this information as a high school dropout, but I was getting it and I was doing something with it. Other people were getting it and it was like, that wasn't that deep. Or it's deep, but I'll apply it later. I'm telling you, that as much as Ignite the Dream is going to ignite your dream, some of y'all it ain't going to ignite your dream, and there's nothing wrong with the message, it's something wrong with you. And so some of y'all going to walk out of here, I promise you, on everything I love. You're going to walk out of this place, and a year from today, you're going to wake up like Tobe and not even believe what happened to your life. There are those of you right now, you at rock bottom. You spent your last dollar to get to this place. Like you are at a crossroad. And if you take this information and you do something with it, it's going to change your life forever. But But I don't want you to make the mistake I used to make when I was young. I know some of y'all gonna joke me, but I used to hate taking baths when I was young. I'm just for real. They like, go take a bath. Like they used to have to make me go take a bath. I'm like, shoot, one of those again? I'm like, we gotta do this every day? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm just a spontaneous dude. Like, I don't like to do nothing every day. They like, you gotta take a bath. I'm like, every day? Like, every day. I'm like, I can't take a bath on Monday and then skip Tuesday and take one on Wednesday. So because I didn't like taking baths, guys, this is what happened. I would take a bath and put the same clothes on. And my grandma said, "Is them the same pants you have?" I was like, "Yes, Grandma, these are the same exact pants." And you laugh, but some of you gonna come in here and take a bath. You're gonna get new information, but you're gonna leave out here with the same clothes on. Some of you gonna come in here and get this information. You're gonna be pumped up. You're gonna put the same clothes on. When you leave, you're gonna get on the phone and call the same people. You're gonna go back to the same environment. You're gonna watch the same TV programs. You're going to listen to the same music. I'm asking you to do me a favor. Whatever your favorite TV programs are, don't watch them, because that's why you are where you are right now. Whatever they are, don't watch. Call your homie and say, I know we cool, but just give me 30 days. I just need 30 days by myself. But every Sunday, let's break that tradition, because we both broke, and we've been doing that for 15 years. Let's stop doing that on Sundays. I'm just saying for real, like, it ain't working. So when you leave, you got to do me a favor. I'm not even going to show you my stuff right now. I don't want to go there. Before, I need to make sure you are prepared and you're ready for it. I need to make sure you're ready for it. So if you're ready for it, say, I am. No, come on, I am. Like for real, and I really need you to mean this, because I'm telling you, what I'm about to show you, me and my son worked on this, and I promise you, this is some anointed stuff right here. I promise you. But it don't work if you don't work. And I don't want to throw my pearls at swine. For real, some of y'all in here because somebody paid for you to be here. You like, I ain't even want to go. I got other stuff to do. I'm trying to tell you that you are where you are because of who you are. And what we're hoping is you can get some new information so you can do something different. Never forget the day I stopped listening to music. People be like, E, did you hear that Biggie? I was like, no. Maybe, like the commercial stuff, that maybe it came on the radio or something, I might have heard it. But all the other stuff, I didn't get to hear that. You didn't see the movie? I was like, nope. Like, I missed like 10, 12 years of all like the black movies. I missed all of them. You know what I'm saying? People like Brothers. I'm like, nope, I ain't catch that one. Belly. I was like, nope, I missed Belly. I ain't catch that one. E, you didn't see it. I was like, nope, I ain't see that. And I ain't mad and I ain't see none of it because I blew up today because I didn't see it. Listen to me very closely. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what you're watching. I'm just saying I had to have a time for Eric Thomas. I had to have like 10 years. I ain't put nothing in my ear, no music, I ain't put nothing in my ear. And so everybody was like, well, you missed out. I didn't miss out. Because what happened was when I became a professional and I started speaking, my stuff is so fresh and so different because I wasn't getting exposed by the stuff everybody else was getting exposed to. So I spent 10 years by myself getting information that nobody else got. That 3 o'clock in the morning, he was downloading stuff that wasn't nobody else getting. It was like tailor-made stuff. The books that I read because somebody told me, like, E, I know who you are and where you're going. You need to read this. Some of y'all, you just like any hot book that come out. You like, I just got to read it. For what? Like, what book? Somebody came to me, Eric, what book you reading? I'm like, why? You trying to be a motivational speaker? You trying to change the world? Are you a father? Why you want to read what I'm reading? What would make you think that the books that have changed my life going to change your life the way they changed my life? Now, I'm not saying they won't, but you can't come and you can't put on my armor and get my results. So what you do is, I love Dr. Martin Luther King. I love Mother Teresa. I studied Mother Teresa, but I didn't study Mother Teresa to become Mother Teresa. I studied Mother Teresa because I knew there was some similarities. There was our values. There was something that drew us together, and I needed to look at what she was doing, not exactly what she was doing, but the spirit in which she was doing it so I could move forward in that same. So I need you to be ready. When you leave, I need 30 days of just you. You're not going to die if you don't watch that program. You're not going to die if you don't listen to that. You're not going to die if you don't go to that particular club or you don't go to that you're not going to die for 30 days. I need you 30 days to take 3 or 4, listen, okay, that's too many. Take 1 or 2 principles, and I need you to flesh them out for an entire month. So the last 30 days, I need you to flesh it out. And the problem with some of you is that you read a book. Look, somebody said, E, you read that book? I was like, I don't even read books no more. I read paragraphs. I can't tell you the last time I read a full book. I just don't got that kind of time. And I read David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell, and when I read it, after the first chapter, I was full. And I was like, yo, E, all the stuff you read in chapter 1, you need to go apply it before you start reading chapter 2. Some of y'all on Thanksgiving every day, like you about to die. You got Thanksgiving every day. Like every day is Thanksgiving. You like reading content and you just consume with content, and you're not doing nothing with the content. If I was you, I would get 1 principle and flesh that out and walk that out before I go with the second one. Because what sense does it make to tell me you know 20 things, but you're not applying none of them? That's how I beat most of the smart people. They so smart, they know so much, you don't got time to do none of this stuff with all the stuff you know.